The guru is live.
Here we go this morning. You know, we're coming out of the last 2 days on the Snowmageddon. In April, we're setting snow records in the Portland metro area. It's kind of crazy, but the real estate game is still hot. And the topic today is winning at the limited inventory game. How do you find a house? How do you find someone that's willing to sell a house? It's crazy out there. There's almost no inventory. I mean, we have areas that should have several hundred things for sale, and they have it down in the single digits or teens. It's almost nothing for sale. No one's wanting to sell because the fear is they won't find something to buy themselves. There's a way to win at this game. There's a way to still to build your business. Real estate is hotter than ever before. We have to put this together. It's brand new skills. You know, there's never a time that we can say that our old skills, this is what it is, and if that doesn't work, we're just simply done. No, we are here to build your business because there's huge opportunity on the horizon. Let's grab it right after this.
So, Rod, how can a cup of coffee improve my career in real estate?
Well, one cup of coffee is how we start our mornings, and it's not a stranger in real estate. We have coffee with our clients all the time. Even bigger than that, we can sit down with one cup of coffee, talk about your goals, make your business bigger, and push you to heights that you can't even believe.
That's right. And I'll tell you, working for Rod and I, you can be pushed because he's a workhorse.
I love real estate, and I want to share my passion with building your career in real estate as soon as we can pour the next cup of coffee.
So how about a cup of coffee with us?
I look forward to having a cup of coffee with you and having a discussion of a career change as soon as possible.
Thank you. The guru is back.
Okay, we're talking about the limited inventory game. It's not game over, it's game on. You're the professional. It's time to showcase your skill sets at a time that is crazy low inventory. Now, I have people coming to me all the time, and they're saying, Rod, how do you build your business in a time that there's nothing to sell? And I tell them right back at them, there are things to sell. You have to go and find them now. They're not just being handed to you on a platter. By the way, every inventory time, every economy period of time is different. There's always going to be a problem. The fact that we have a low inventory time right now, that's just another as a symptom of something going on. That is a symptom of an extreme seller's market where there are few sellers. Nobody ever thought there would be this few sellers. Okay, I get it. So there's few sellers and we have extremely low inventory. And what do we do about it? Well, it's extremely low. I get it. I can't go and solve that for you, but I can give you tools to go after and build your business bigger than ever before. Okay, let's grab a cup of coffee this morning. Maybe we should slow it down just a little bit and grab our coffee. Sipping on the Black Rifle coffee this morning. Loving it. Coming out of our Snowmageddon. I can hardly believe that we have snow in mid-April. It's just crazy. Thankfully, we have all these internet things and we can do business anyway. Okay, so we have record low inventory. And this is the complaint that people say, I can't sell my house. Now, you're hearing this all the time when you talk to sellers that would like to sell their house. They say, I can't sell my house. There's nothing out there for me to buy, and I don't want to live in a tent. Well, I get it. Me either. I don't want to live in a tent either. But there are ways around living in a tent. So, first of all, are there buyers? If we have a house for sale, are there buyers for the house? And before you say yes, Let's take a look at the house that we have, because we are in the most extreme seller's market in anybody's memory. All right. But that doesn't mean there's buyers for your particular house. There are buyers for almost everything out there. I mean, you could almost have a shoebox and have it sold. However, different locations, different things are going on. For example, if you have somebody that's selling in a unique resort area, or someone that wants to sell up on the mountain, it may take longer to sell something like that, and maybe they're looking to move into the city area, or they're looking to sell in the city and move to a mountain area or a resort area where things are just different. So you have to plan for these type of things. And are there buyers, and how soon would the buyer want to be attached to it? Well, okay, let's just put it to rest. There are likely buyers for almost everything, including a shoebox right now. And they don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Okay, we get it. How do we change it for our business? How do we up the ante and continue to build your business larger than ever imagined? Number one, we need to educate our sellers. We have to educate the homeowner. It's not that there's no inventory, it's that their inventory is low. And you have to begin to recognize, where do they want to go? Why are they moving? What are they looking for? Remember, it's not no inventory, it's low inventory. This has everybody scared. Everybody's running in circles. They're all saying, I can't build my business. There is nothing out there. Nobody wants to list their house. This is an education issue mostly. The people are just running scared. They're running in circles. They don't know what to do. You step in and start to build the relationship. You have credibility. You need to establish the credibility. Establish your credibility. Establish the trust factor. Show them how you can do this. You can put anybody's house up for sale and put a condition on it. The condition is that they're not going to close the deal unless they find a replacement house. Okay, it's a condition within the contract. You can get that. You understand it. You can do that. You can have multiple of these going on where you have the house for sale, but they're not going to close the deal unless they find acceptable replacement housing. That doesn't mean that they can ever be pushed out. This thing people say, well, after 60 days, they're just pushed out. No, you don't write the condition that way. You protect your people. That's how you build your credibility and how you ultimately get trust. And this is how you're going to get referrals coming back around at you in a short amount of time. You will be on the referral business. So for people who are saying, I can't sell, there's nothing to buy. First, you need to lay out for them all the things that there are to buy. And the things that are out there are changing rapidly. It's low inventory, not no inventory. That's number one. Low inventory, not no inventory. Now, the low inventory, because it's low, is changing really rapidly. Yes, there are things, and those things are probably different every single day. That's number two. They're different every day. So your ability as a professional to stay in front of this market, you're going to be busy. You're a busy professional, and you are showcasing your skill sets on staying in front of a hot inventory time that is rapidly changing. Instead of 100 things in the market, there are 10 things in the market. That's okay. Those 10 things are changing really rapidly. Well, let me get another sip of coffee here. All right. the faster things change brings in our third thing that we have to know. The faster things change means that you have to have your seller, even the seller, you have to have them well prepared for the market because they're going to go somewhere. Maybe they're buying locally, maybe they're downsizing, maybe they're upsizing. I don't know. They just want to move. That's fine. They also, just like the buyer has to be well prepared for the offer and to show the homeowner that they can close the deal, the homeowner has to be well prepared for selling, having the condition, and where they're going next, and making sure they are pre-approved with what they need to have fixed with any lender, or whatever it is, whether it's cash, whatever they're going to do, a 1031 program for an investment property, whatever it is, they need to have it ready to go because the inventory is changing like that. It's changing so fast. Remember, instead of 100, we have 10. And that 10 is on a quick rotation. Some of these homes are only out there for about 48 hours. It's incredible. One moment while I clear my sinuses here. Let's go to a commercial here real quick.
So, Rod, what does it mean? 7 minutes to a new career.
Well, in 7 minutes, we can have a cup of coffee. We can talk career goals and how we're going to help you make the biggest career move in your life.
That's right. There's a lot of things that Mountain Hood Realty has to offer, and Rod is a ball of energy.
I love the career, and I want to share with you my passion for building your business bigger than you ever thought it could be.
Come spend 7 minutes with us. We look forward to it.
Talk to you soon.
The guru is back.
Okay, sorry about that. All of a sudden, a sneeze hits you and you've got to go clear your sinuses. All right, so why are listings low? Well, there's many reasons why listings are low. One is, of course, we have the war conditions and we have a supply chain problem. Another one is that the homeowners are afraid. And I believe this is a core critical issue sitting out there. It's not that your interest rates are coming up. That's not it at all. We have a market that is afraid to move on because they don't think they can find something that they actually want in the market. You can be the savior of that. You can swoop in. You can show them that that is not their future reality. Their future reality is selling during one of the hottest markets, capitalizing on their home in the best way possible during the hottest market of over 30 years. They're going to capitalize, and you're protecting them with a condition that they can continue to search for a home in a quickly changing inventory market. And they're going to be able to capitalize on the home that they want and be competitive, because there's all kinds of aggressive ways to be competitive in the market. Now, I did a video just recently on aggressive offers. If you didn't see the video on aggressive offers, where I go through many of the ways to be aggressive enough, go back, take a look at that video, because being aggressive on your offer right now. So if you have the buyer, how do you get that? How do you get something? You need to have aggressive techniques. Also, you're representing the homeowner. Their techniques moving forward have to be equally aggressive, because we are in the craziest market that we've ever seen of this nature. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy this market actually is. Except the fact is, you're a professional. You're in the market here with me, and you see it. If it wasn't for that, I don't even know what I would say. All right. What do we do now about it? What do we do today about the fact that there is low inventory? Well, we start an education plan. And that education plan has to be hitting our people in our sphere first. The first thing it hits is the people in our hot part of the sphere. Also, the people that are broader than our sphere, we want to be hitting them with education as well. So educate, educate, educate. This is critical because it's not that there's no inventory. I'll say it over and over again. It's that there's low inventory. Not no, there's low. And low means there is inventory. And it's a rotating inventory, and it comes around fast. That inventory is simply being rotated faster than ever before. Think about this for a second. The inventory is extremely low, but we do have inventory. In order to have inventory in this hot market means there are new things hitting the market every day. So be taking a look at this. This is the opportunity to show to your sellers when they say there isn't anything to buy, that is an inaccurate way to think about it. In fact, there are lots of things out there to buy. We have to be prepared. So the education number one is thinking about the market differently. Number two is being prepared to how to capitalize on the market with a sale and a purchase. And number three is understanding the aggressive techniques for selling, protecting, and moving on. And those aggressive techniques, you can take a look at in the video I did earlier. These are critical to understand. And if you don't understand these kind of techniques, then it's going to be difficult to build your business in this market in 22. In spring 22, right during a snowmageddon, you've got to have these skill sets. Now, let me tell you, you want to know more in depth about these kind of skill sets? Right down here in the banner, we have our Kickstarter program. We have our coaching program. Go there. 100% money back guarantee on all of our programs where we help you build your business larger than you could ever imagine. You got into this business. Let me just take a sip of coffee here. You got into this business because you wanted to be full-time in real estate. Now, some people have some expectations in the business that are crazy, like they're going to retire within 3 to 5 years out of real estate. That's unlikely. I mean, I hope the best for you. I want you to do that. But the truth is, it's a great career that you can have a wonderful, wonderful income, higher than most other incomes. You can capitalize on this career, but there is a way to capitalize on the career. There is a proven method at doing it. We show you that method through coaching. We show you that method through our Kickstarter program. Low inventory, I'll tell you, I'm not worried about low inventory. I've got lots of business going on because low inventory is simply an element of what is happening, and it all gets broken down or taken apart, with education. When we start to educate our consumer and let them know really what's happening with the market, well, it all changes. All of a sudden, you have a different feeling. You have a different understanding of what is actually happening in the market. Your seller has to understand this. You have to take time and sit down with them and explain. You're the professional. You understand the market. You spent time understanding it, studying it, watching it. Don't keep that to yourself. That kind of knowledge is hard to get. That kind of knowledge is something you learned it to share it. Keeping it inside of you, not sharing it with your clients, you're not doing your clients any good. I know we're hitting hard this morning, but by the way, take a moment and hit and like the show. I would love it if you hit the like button. Also, send me a comment on how are you overcoming the low inventory market. By the way, and I know this is going to hit some people real hard this morning. There are people out there, there are agents that haven't even noticed. I mean, they're aware that there's low inventory. Of course, we're all aware of it. But there are lots of agents that have their business hasn't been disrupted any. I have people working for me. Their business hasn't been disrupted any because they are on a referral business. They're not even thinking about the low inventory problem. It's no big deal. They're educating their people. They're on referrals, and they have constant referrals coming to them. This is what I want for you. They have essentially solved the problem of the dips, the highs, and the lows in the market. They have set their income where they want it to be through a referral business. Yes, it takes several years to go and do this. This is not a game that can be played in 6 months. This is a several-year process. That's why we have a product called Kickstarter to get you going correctly on the process. You have to have the skill sets to do this properly on how to build your business. And I don't care if it's low inventory. I don't care if there's lots of inventory. If we move over to a buyer's market, and we're going to get there someday, there's going to be very few. But can you imagine that? I mean, at this point in time where we hit, buyers are a dime a dozen. There's thousands of buyers, and there's very limited inventory. Can you even imagine, once we're over there on the other side and we have very few buyers? I mean, right now, it's just hard to even imagine that we have, at any point in time, very few buyers and oodles of houses for sale. I mean, there's houses for sale everywhere in a buyer's market. Someday, we're going to be over to that. But by then, you could have your business set. Your business could be easily set that you're not battling for buyers. You have your referral business. You have your business set. And that's exactly what I want for you as we build your business larger than ever imagined. Okay, one more sip of coffee this morning. So yes, to answer the question, there are homes available. There actually are homes that are available in the market for sale. People say, well, there's just nothing out there. That statement is defeatist. That statement is not where I want you at this morning. I want you to understand this morning, there is inventory. There is a winning game. You can win at the limited inventory game. It is an understanding and an education that you have to start planning today. You have to get in your head that there isn't a situation of no inventory. There is inventory. There is even more inventory than what you might think of, because you can start canvassing neighborhoods and say to them, if you're looking to sell, I have a buyer and we can arrange it that you don't have to be out of your home until you're ready to be out of your home with the price that you want. Now, you start approaching people like this. And you're breaking down the walls. You're breaking down barriers that people start to feel like, well, maybe it's possible. We've always wanted to be in Florida. We've always wanted to be in Texas. We've always wanted to be somewhere else. And you start breaking down the barriers that people have set up because they keep hearing the negative news that there is no inventory. But the truth is, there is inventory. And you are the gateway to the education and the pathway to put it together for them. And that is exactly what we want. You can help. You can help the buyer. You can help the buyer win the game. You can help the seller win the game. You have to be working on both sides of this. You are the answer to the question of, can I sell my house and find something else? Okay, so here's the question, and you're going to get it all the time because the seller's going to say it. well, I know it's a hot market, but can I sell my house and actually find something else? And you have the answer to this. And the answer is absolutely yes. Let me explain to you how we're going to do it. This is where you sit down with them and you carve out the plan to protect them from having to live in a tent. You never want your people thinking that they're going to be living in a tent. That's ridiculous. That's not where they're going, and you would never want that, because that's not going to earn you the referral business. What that's going to earn you is hatred. They're going to say, wow, this person sold my house and I ended up in a tent. Can that put you in a good position in the future? We all know the answer to this, and the answer to that is no. If you have a client that had a wonderful home, they sold it and they ended up in a tent, can you imagine how bad your business is going to be from that client in the future? The negative press coming out of that is going to be incredible bad. Okay, well, we solve that with not allowing that to happen, because we put in the conditions. If you don't know how to put these kind of conditions in, we need to talk. We have a course for it. We have coaching for it. Of course, we can solve the problem. We can protect people. You know, if someone owns a home, no one makes them sell it until they're ready to sell it. You can advertise it, no one makes them move on. And there's a way to carve that out in the conditions. And this is where and how it happens. So you are protecting your people through the conditions of the contract and giving people the encouragement. You are the bright North Star of helping them understand the way to exactly their dreams. You got into this career to do this. Nobody said it was going to be easy. And believe me, the career is not easy, but this is not the first hard time that's happened in real estate. And this is not the hardest time, for heaven's sakes. This is not a crazy hard time. This is low inventory, not no inventory. This is where you need to showcase your skills, your prowess in the market, your understanding of the market, and how you can help someone close the deal of their lifetime. And you need to start that education plan with your sphere. This is Real Estate Daily. I'm your real estate guru, and I'm here to help you build your business bigger than ever before. Like the program. Follow us on social media. Send me a comment. Go over to YouTube and follow us on YouTube. On YouTube, by following us on YouTube, subscribe to the show, and it will open up the Guru members only events where we help you build your business bigger than ever imagined. I'll see you tomorrow.